the implications of this game. I want to get off because I know Julian wants to talk about his game. Let's talk about the Jags
Look.
and how he's such a homer for the Jags. He thought that the Eagles were going to come in there and get swamped by the Jags. But let's talk about the game. What happened to you?
Okay. So actually, you know what? For once, I'm going to shout out the Philadelphia fans. They actually gave my man Dougie P a standing ovation when he came into the stadium because they know damn well no other man has given that city a championship, or at least in a long time. So I'm glad that they did that. That was cool. I thought they were going to boo him because, I don't know why they call that city the city of brotherly love, because they could be assholes over there and the fans could be a brutal place to play. But anyways, it still was a brutal place to play, even in a monsoon that was going on.
It wasn't a monsoon.
Ridiculous.
It was raining. It wasn't a monsoon.
No, actually, everybody said, even like Eagles fans were saying, like the TV didn't do it justice. Like if you're actually at the stadium, it was blowing like 20 miles per hour, full on rain. So just letting it there. Obviously, I'm not using it as an excuse.
Sounds like one, but
both teams had to play in it. I don't like using weather as an excuse if both teams had to play in it. But first and foremost, the Eagles honestly might be the best team in the league. I think they deservedly so. They're a really good top to bottom. And I will say this as a Jags fan, even though the Jags lost, I think what they did was, they stayed competitive. Obviously, there's a lot of huge mistakes. Look, you went from the West Coast all the way over to the East Coast in back-to-back road games and played in a monsoon, and you were still competitive. And honestly, you can easily say should have won that game. They should have. You had 5 turnovers, and you were still a one-possession game. You eliminate those 5 turnovers, the Jags should win that game. They should have. They had an interception in the red zone. Trevor Lawrence he is not used to playing with wet balls apparently, because he was dropping them left and right.
But he's gonna have to grease them up a few times in next few games.
Yeah. But Jags came off with a hot start, 14-0. Eagles bounced back in the second quarter to make it 20-14. But the story of this game was just Jags' mistakes, and they couldn't stop the run. But I still think even the fact that they couldn't stop the run, Eagles are the number one run offense in the league. They really have the best offensive line. After watching this past week, they have the best offensive line I've seen in the NFL so far. They are extremely good. Even with having 2 starters out, the way they scheme up that offensive line and the depth they have there is just unreal. Miles Sanders was running all over us.
Have a day.
Yeah. A total of 216 rushing yards. It was insane. But the Eagles also didn't have a great game as well. Even with all those rushing yards, they still only put up 29 points. I thought they could have played better considering that they had 5 turnovers. But yeah, that kind of shows the testament to the Jags defense. Even though that they couldn't stop the run, the Jags defense did enough for to win that game, and the offense just fell apart between just so many fumbles on good drives too, and that crucial interception. You eliminate 2 of those turnovers, Jags could win that game. A touchdown and then a field goal. So even though I was really upset. I acknowledge every team's got to lose. So, and I'm still proud that they fought. Even and still managed to lose by 1 possession.
What do you guys
turnover 5 times? 2-2 right now.
What a bad start for Jags.
Yeah, nobody's expecting.
It was the Eagles are a good team, and they played in the fucking monsoon. So
I'm glad you said just that, because I'm going to clip you giving compliments to the Eagles, because all the trash talk you talk week 2, week 3, saying the Eagles overrated, they're busted.
I never said the Eagles are overrated. I never said that.
Frauds. And
JoJo
said the Eagles are frauds. I never said that they were.
Anyway, somebody's going to win the AFC South. So it's got to be at least Jacksonville. Jacksonville's got to come out. The Saints not looking too great. Whatever.
Saints is NFC South.
NFC South. I don't know. Whatever team your division is in, somebody needs to win that division.
Colts, Titans, Houston. There you go, Gabe.
So it's not a bad loss. This game pretty much there was. The Eagles, the Eagles didn't play a great game. It wasn't perfect. Obviously, they're playing in the rain or whatever. I mean, devastating turnovers from Trevor Lawrence. The sack fumbles, getting sacked, bad interception in bad spot, trying to come back.
And they just dropping one just by himself. Like, did you see that one just running out to the bootleg and he just drops it?
It was wet conditions. The Eagles did have a couple drops too. The Dirt, I think their tight end had a couple drops.
Oh yeah, he choked. He choked the touchdown.
Yeah. So rough game, but guess what? Everybody's playing both conditions. You play two sides of the field. I feel like the Eagles definitely I had them to win in this whole thing. It was a lot closer than what I expected. I mean, shout out to. I mean,
look, Jax was competitive, right? They kept it competitive. They even won a 14-zip, which is shocking, right? We want to see that's what you want to see compared to last season, right? They already got 2 wins under their belt. Unfortunate loss here, but they're on the right track for Julian. So, I think he's feeling pretty good about himself and his team right now.
They're playing like a playoff team for sure. I mean, the way the defense is playing out of their mind, the offense was good. Maybe in better conditions, they perform better in the offensive side. Who knows? But yeah, they're definitely, like you said. 5 turnovers. Like, you see 5 turnovers, you expect like a blowout, and it wasn't. So that speaks volumes.
A lot of mistakes. Also, penalties were a factor. Dumb penalties happened in that game that went against Jacksonville, obviously. So obviously, I had Eagles winning it by a lot more. I didn't think their point was going to be this close, but I mean, it's kind of what I expected. Eagles will win. The Eagles are the better team.
You did get the Eagles to cover 6.5. I said they would close it in. They should have, but they didn't.
So man, Eagles are going forward. They're the only team, only lossless team.
Winless,
undefeated.
Wait,
not winless. Lossless.
Undefeated. Yeah,
Undefeated.
Undefeated.